Hey, how's it going, everybody? Lewis with Fine Finish Supply. We got a short video for you on a tone class we just held. Hope everybody enjoys. All right, so what you just seen was the kitchen that we're going to be toning. One little trick that I have here is using plexiglass to give the customer a better idea of what the toner could potentially look like. That way we're not practicing on the customer's door. So that's the color. You can overlay it over the substrate and get a really, really good idea of where you're at without messing anything up. So one little trick that we taught everybody in this class, we had 5 guys that all flew in and came in for this class. We did it start to finish in the kitchen in 3 days. This is us getting everything cleaned up, masked up, and getting ready for the toning process. So we wanted to do this kitchen very efficiently, and we cleaned all of the doors while they were hung. This seems to be a really efficient way for refinishing. Everybody seemed to enjoy that process. Once everything was cleaned and we got everything covered up, we went ahead and started spraying that toner. That's Brandon doing the first section. So the way I did it is I kind of split the kitchen up into sections. That way everybody was able to kind of make one part of the kitchen their own, but also, kind of challenging everyone so that they could match everything that everyone else was doing. So my biggest takeaway for these guys was making sure that they understood how the toners need to be applied. It is critically important that you understand when you're toning, you are not applying paint. I see a lot of people come to me with questions, or maybe they mess something up because they do not understand the concept of toning. They want to apply it like paint, and that is not at all what you should be doing. So again, it was a learning experience for everyone, but it went really, really well, and glad everybody got the opportunity to learn how to dial these HVLP guns in, make sure that you're atomizing the coating properly. When you're toning, you want really, really, really fine atomization. And like I tell people, we're not trying to put on a real heavy coat. All we're trying to do is achieve color. And what I did when I made this toner with the guys is we intentionally made it a little bit light, so that way we could stack the color and achieve the color, gradually, opposed to trying to hammer it all on and get it done in one coat. So when you're toning, that typically is the best way for you to learn, is just by, lightly stacking color until you achieve that color that you're looking for. Scott there from Florida, he owns a contracting company, and this was his first time toning. This was actually all of these guys' first time toning, but they're all professional contractors. So really, really neat experience. Day one went really well. We were able to complete the project, in one day, give it back to the customer. Plan for day two didn't work out quite as well as we hoped. We were really heavily delayed by the weather. It was extremely hot here in Texas, and then we ended up getting 4 to 6 inches of rain. So it was really, the coating did not want to dry. What we also discovered is, I guess we didn't clean or wipe off some of the doors as well as they should have been on site. So we actually ended up dealing with a decent amount, not a lot of, but we had some contamination issues with fish eye in the shop. So I didn't end up getting as much video in the shop as I would have liked to, simply because we spent the majority of the time dealing with problems. So these are the guys throwing on the 765 top coat after the toner. So that came out really, really well. This is us tearing down right at 5 o'clock. So 9 to 5. Got this thing knocked out. It was really cool to see. And again, these guys they're all professionals. So they knew what they were doing. We didn't have to train them on how to tape up or anything. So this is the following day in the shop. Got everything on the racks. Started toning everything again. Sorry I didn't get as much video in the shop as I would have liked to, but the way we were doing it is everybody's going door by door, and then we have a table behind where we had our control sample that we were matching to, and then we would lay down, a couple of doors at a time so that we made sure that everything was in the same color family that it needed to be. Again, a lot of drying delays, but we were able to get it done, and we had to come back in, the third day, which our intention was to do the installation. I ended up having to do the installation with my dad and Matt, who works for us. So unfortunately, they weren't around for the install just because we needed that additional drying time on the doors so that we made sure we didn't have any rework in there. So if you think you might be interested in a class like this, check out our website, finefinishsupply.com/events. We're going to make this a regular thing, and we have a house that you can stay in. So yeah, this is about wraps up all of the doors, again, shooting the clear coat and getting ready to get these guys out. They all had flights to catch. And here is the kitchen completely done. I hope you enjoyed the video. And again, feel free to reach out, 866-304-8640. Have a good one.